Well, with 15 seconds left, I'm going to take the liberty and welcome every single one of you from around the world that have joined us on the GlobalOne conference line. This, as you are aware, is our Q&A session. Our founder and certainly the big game changer himself, Scotty Evans. We're going to jump right in. Scott, if you're ready, let's just kick right off. Welcome to you, and I'm going to provide you the first question. Scotty, please tell us, what is a want-to-be founder? Scotty Evans, over to you.
Hi, guys. Tell us calls are full again and amazing stuff here. I do want to just put a couple of quick points out there before I jump into the first question. We had some interesting stats here. Yesterday, we ran our stats for our worldwide placement on the Internet, and we were the 450th most popular site in the entire world yesterday. This puts us on top of some of the biggest names you will know in the world out there. I'll give you an idea. Verizon Wireless, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, was 476. We beat them by 16 spots. So that's the kind of numbers that were getting posted just from the excitement from everybody here. So with that, this call won't be quite as exciting as the other ones with the comp plans and things of that nature we've been talking about, but nonetheless, it's important things. It's a good chance for us to kind of regroup here, get some of the questions answered. We've taken all the questions for the last couple of calls, stuff that people have been emailing in to support and things of that nature. And at the end of the day, there's not a lot of questions, but they're all kind of landing in a couple of different categories, and that's what we'll go over here. One of the things is that, again, this call is real important. Also, we definitely want you on Thursday's call. This is going to be kind of the calm before the storm, if you will. You're going to hear some big things here on Thursday moving forward. We have been posting answers to a lot of the main questions on the back office, but not everybody visits that and doesn't take the time to look at them because they're anxious to look at their downlines and things of that nature. Another thing that we do is we have been sending out emails, bulk emails, with our most important questions being answered and so forth. We are hearing that a lot of people are not getting those. So what if everyone can do right now is write down this note to do after the call, and this is to go into their email, whether it's their Outlook or their Yahoo or Gmail, doesn't matter what service you use. If you're getting your emails that you signed up with Ultimate Power Profits, you want to whitelist ultimatepowerprofits.com. It was a little section in there that'll say whitelist, and you want to put that in there. What will happen is that will send it directly out. What ends up happening, even though we work with one of the best email service clients in the world, who is whitelisted with every company, when you send out millions of emails, even when you have these type of whitelists, some of the big providers, the AOLs and the Yahoos, they automatically throw you into what's called into a spam folder after the first few thousand go through, and then we don't even know when it starts going into that folder. But if you're whitelisted, what ends up happening, we'll let it through no matter what. So we definitely want to get you on the whitelisted list. And that would help out quite a bit because a lot of these things we're going over here have been addressed. But again, let's take a little bit of time, get things, get some questions answered. All right, so we're just going to jump right into it. There is no alphabetical order or anything of that nature here. We're just going to answer what are some of the top questions. And the question was, what is a wannabe founder? A wannabe founder is somebody who has signed up but has not taken the proper action to complete the sign-up process. They've signed up. They haven't even attempted to sign up in their e-wallet. They haven't gone to their website ever. If they have, it would have told them that they need to activate. So they're just really not doing anything out there. They're kind of in cyberland out there. Some people are making an attempt at that, but that's kind of what the wannabe section is. Those people, if someone sees that they're a wannabe, they want to log into their site, go to the back office, and as soon as they get there, it's going to tell them the instructions to either do their founder and get their ticket paid or their fee paid, or to downgrade to an affiliate to give somebody else an opportunity to be a founder. That's going to be the best thing they can do there. The wannabes do not include our founding members who are simply in the pending process. The pending process could be waiting for the debit or credit card to go through, depending on where you are, the country, things of that nature, your bank. It could take anywhere from about a day to 3 days. Also, if you're waiting for an ACH, that's the ACH option. That is the longest process, and the ACH option takes a minimum of 3 days. And if you hit a weekend, you got to add those 2 more days on that. So they can take anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7 days if you do use the ACH process. Nobody who is actively participating and has signed up as a founder, who's actively has attempted or is setting up their e-wallet, no one will ever be downgraded. We have plenty of time to get everything taken care of. And so that's pretty simple as far as that is concerned. So again, a wannabe is someone who really is out there in Never Land. If you think that you've attempted to set up your e-wallet and you have taken action, go ahead and send a ticket in. It's in the back office there. And we have our customer service, our global customer service is 24 hours now, and we have substantially updated it just since our last calls on Thursday. And we will be updating it, upgrading it even more and more people in seats as we go to getting live. So questions will get answered a little bit quicker, but still be patient. You don't need to do multiple emails or anything of that nature. No one's going to be moved or downgraded if they're still in the wannabe section. We'll give everybody plenty of time to get that taken care of. So that should answer what a wannabe founder is.
How about the next question, Scotty? If I signed up as a founder and I've activated my e-wallet, but it's not showing active yet, what do I do?
Okay, just as a couple of points I made on the wannabe is that if you have recently, in the last couple of days, and you did use a credit card or an ACH, or even a wire for that matter. Sometimes even though wires, are overnight or 2 days, they do take by the time they hit the account and get activated, it might be a couple of days. Those will go through the process. Now you may have gone through the e-ticket process and you're kind of lost in there. Maybe you missed a click here or there. You just got lost in there. There's a lot of buttons once you start getting off the path of registration. That's pretty simple as well. If you can just send in a support ticket, and they will get to you very, very rapidly. You will not be moved out. You will not be downgraded, anything of that nature. That's what we're taking this time right now for. Just kind of clean up the people who are kind of stuck in limbo. The wannabes, give them the opportunity to, going back to that question, that want to upgrade or just say, you know what, I think I'm just going to stay as an affiliate, but, downgrade as an affiliate, so it gives somebody else an opportunity to take that founder position because it's powerful, and someone who really wants it should have the opportunity to take that position, that founder's position. So basically, as long as you stay active in replying your support tickets, things of that nature, your founder's position is safe. You don't need to worry about it. And again, we're not kicking people out of there. We're not moving people out. This is the time. This week will be the time to really clean things up and just kind of get rid of, get things fixed. We never expected anything of these natures. You could plan for these kind of numbers, but when you hit 450 in the world, you're playing with the big boys, and we're talking multi-billion-dollar companies. We just didn't expect it, and well, I'll tell you what, we're sure happy as heck. But another thing you've done in this group is you've challenged us as well. We know that we need to move things faster ahead. We need to make things bigger and better. We need to expand our servers, which we have already done. We have servers that basically can handle about a billion hits to the website. We are already pushing those kind of numbers. Not that a billion people are coming to the site, but it's all the calculations. When people are checking genealogy, there's a lot of work the computers have to do for that. So even though you may see the one website there and you wonder, oh, it's down for a couple of minutes here or there, a lot of times we're just doing little bitty upgrades, a little bit of tweaks and things of that nature, and then we need to go through and what we do is basically it's a hot reboot in there, and it may take 60, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, if there may be a time you can't get in there. Don't worry about those right now. Just come back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because, again, you're not losing any position per se, and you don't have to really worry about that. So we're expanding everything. We have quadrupled what our customer service was going to be coming out of the gate. Customer service is very, very important to us. I'm kind of answering questions on my mind here now, just for everyone's knowledge, is that customer service is very important to us. I know, doing all of our research and studying all of the network marketing habits and trends and patterns, most of them bad, is that people, most network marketing companies, do not think or care about customer support. We are seeing, you see all the grumbling out there, you hear it through all these other companies. We do care about customer support. We never want our tickets to get to a point where we are right now, and we failed you on that point, but we are making up quickly for that, and you're going to see some big turnarounds from us on our support tickets. So we appreciate you being patient on that, but you're going to see a lot of turnaround here in the next, say, 7 to 14 days, and especially by the time we go live. And a lot of the errors that are happening just through the general sign-up process, we're working to make those a little more efficient so we don't have the human error that is kind of, it's kind of human error, but at the same time it's a little bit computer error because people are clicking on the wrong button and stuff like that. So we're making that a little bit easier process. When you get these kind of numbers of people signing up, it just, by default, even if you have a fraction of a percent or 1% or 2% that have an issue, any company's going to have that kind of customer service issue, no matter how greatly we ran. The numbers get up there pretty staggering in the amount of people you gotta deal with. So I had kind of jumped around, but again, we want to cover all the different things that are being talked about. So getting back onto a list of what I have here. Again, with the founder's position, you will not be kicked out. Don't sweat it. That's what our team is working for right now, is to get everybody who is in there who wants to be a founder, can and will be a founder. The ones that are on the fence or don't want to, kindly just take a second and go in the back office and downgrade to an affiliate. It doesn't cost you anything other than about 30 seconds to log in. So that'd be great. All right, what about next, Jim?
Scott, next question is geared towards, there's a number of individuals, members, etc., that have more friends and leaders that want to be founders. What do they need to do? What's available for them?
This follows right on what we just talked about. We are going to take the next few days to go through the founders, the pendings, the wannabes, et cetera, and we're going to just go through all that and really kind of get the people out who have signed up as wannabes, aren't taking any actions. Maybe they just were excited day one or didn't understand what they were doing and not really following the company. They've never logged in. Those people are going to be purged out of the system later on, not day one or day two, but later on here. And what we're going to do, that's going to open up some spots for some other leaders. So in an upcoming conference call, we will most likely be able to open up the duration for new founders. And what that means is that anybody who is signed up as an affiliate right now can upgrade. Anyone in this next few days, if you have people you want to get in, remember, even affiliates just as powerful for you as a founder when we go live. So they're still the same person for you in your social profit pool. So you want to get those affiliates in there. And if you get them locked in, those are the people that are going to get precedence over the founder's position. So in other words, someone who comes in who is an affiliate now, they will have the first opportunity to become a founder when we open it back up. And we are going to open it back up. We just don't know what day, and we don't know for how long. So you can plan for that. And so what you want to do is that if you have people that are excited about it, go ahead and get them in as affiliate, get them locked in, and then when we make that announcement, they'll have first choice to upgrade, and they can do that real easily in their back office. There'll be an upgrade button. We'll make the announcement on one of the calls, and they simply go in there and they'll take precedence, like I said. So that's a pretty simple process there. And let's see what I got here. I got a couple notes to myself. So just if you have any friends that are registered as affiliates, they can upgrade and we'll be able to upgrade. And then the rest of the people who have never signed up, who may have heard or just hearing about us, those people will be second in line basically until it fills up. And we're not taking unlimited more positions. We're basically just going to fill in the holes where people have not taken advantage of the opportunity before them.
Scott, the questions that's come in, what's the fastest way to pay and the slowest way to make their payment?
All right. We do have the cash option. We have a credit debit card option. We have a wire transfer option, and we have the ACH. In that order, the cash option is by far the fastest way to do it. If you, most places over the world where you can print up a one-page 8.5 by 11 or I know in some countries the page is a little bit different size than ours, but you take that to the various different pay people. We have ZipZap here in America. I don't recall all the names of them around the world, but you can take them to your remittance buildings. Here in America, you can take them to Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, 7-Elevens, you name it. I mean, I think it's in the hundreds of thousands of locations. There's usually about 20 right in your neighborhood. And I know a lot of other countries around the world, they pay a lot of their bills at a building where they pay their electrical bill and this kind of stuff, and they can just walk up there. It may cost them $1 or something, but they can do that there. That happens as soon as you do that. It's registered in our database in your live. So basically, by the time you turn around from the window from paying, you're actually live and active in that. So that is by far the fastest way to do it. It's also the easiest way to do it. You don't have any wait time. It's done. You're in, and you're ready to go. The second is the credit and debit card process. That's about 1 day to 3 days. You hit a weekend, I might add a day to it, but that's just your standard. Depends on the country or the bank of origin, and that's pretty standard processing. And that's why you may see yourself in there for a day or 2 days. It says pending, and all of a sudden, bam, you pop to founder, and that is the second fastest process. The wire transfer is about the same. And for people who don't have credit cards, if they have a bank account, they can set up a wire transfer, and most people know how to do that. Same type of thing, depending on your bank of origin and your country. And then usually a lot of banks now have options. You could do a 1 day, a 2 day, a 3 day. Obviously, if you do the 1 day, if you hit it in before the cutoff deadline, it usually happens that day or definitely by the next day. So that's one of the fastest ways as well, faster ways. The ACH is by far the slowest. I know it's easy for a lot of people. Because they're used to adding in their mobile phone bill and their electrical bill, and once they get it in there, they can, it's in there and it's done. Remember that this payment right now is just to position your founder's position. So when we move forward, we will be doing everything under the GlobalOne auspices and the different business entities, and that'll all be set up automatically in your e-wallet. So you don't have to reset up your e-wallet or anything of that nature, but you have everything there ready to go. Another really cool thing that we'll be doing while I'm talking about this is that we'll have the ability that you can click a little box in your e-wallet that will say, please deduct my commissions first before hitting my debit or credit card or taking an ACH or what have you for your monthly whatever monthly participation or whatever businesses you're operating in. So if you're making if you're participating at the $50 position and you have that much money in your account, it's going to take it out of your commissions first. So we don't even have to go to your credit card or debit card, and it's just done. It's active, and that's the easiest way to do it. So that'll be a nice little feature back there. You don't even have to sweat things at that stage. It'll just automatically deduct it. There'll be a little statement in there that shows you what it was for, so you have all that accounting and so forth at the end of the year. And that is it for that question.
How about e-wallet sign-up, Scott? Some of the findings that corporates found and some of the interesting things, what have they been?
This is actually a funny one. I know it's not funny for the people who aren't getting through it, but there have been some issues with the e-wallet for people signing up, and here's what we found, and this is through thousands and thousands and thousands of people signing up. And not only that, we have some other businesses that use the e-wallet as well. What we're noticing is that our international members, these are people, most of them, who don't speak English or have very limited English and have very limited English reading and so forth abilities. They have virtually zero problem signing up for the e-wallet. But our American friends, on the other hand, are a little bit different. And we're finding out that what's happening is that most people that have to read the directions are following it. It's taking a little bit of time. They're taking 2 or 3 or 4 minutes to sign up, and they're going through the process really easily. But again, our American friends, we want everything right now, and we're not paying attention to the details, and we're clicking somewhere we're not supposed to, and then we get ourselves out of the sign-up process. We get in a loop, and it kind of messes up the system where things get into pending and all that. So if moving forward, just take a couple extra minutes in our fast-paced world and just follow directions. That is actually something that we are taking a lot of care in doing, in that what we're going to do is moving forward is that the sign-up process will be broken out in a very different way. So when you come to the website, when anybody new comes to the website that you refer, the options will be right up front. You won't even see all the other tabs and buttons and things around. All you're going to see is the sign-up process. It'll say, we have 4 options to sign up, and it'll list the cash, ACH, debit card. You click on that option. It's going to give you 2 things. It's going to give you a video to watch, or you can print up, or you can print up the step-by-step, because if you do it correctly, there's only 4 steps. It's that easy to do if you've done correctly. But again, there's so much going on that website. We're going to hone it in for you, so we get rid of the human error, which is a lot of where things are. And once you get in that loop, everyone gets frustrated, and we completely understand that. So we're going to definitely have that fixed and tidied up and buttoned up before we move forward when we start really cooking this thing up. So rest assured that process will be a lot easier.
Thanks,
I
Scotty.
think we're ready for the next
Another
one.
question we have, what languages will the website be in, and when will this be live?
Let's see. The way this works is we're working with the foremost leader in language translation. They work with almost every Fortune 500 company, multi-billion-dollar corporations, and what they have is a really unique process that their software is actually embedded into our system and all our materials. It actually not only can go in and do text, but it can go into graphics, things of that nature, and it can translate that. Not only does it translate, it also is able to read context. So just as, we have a sentence here in America, it does not necessarily translate the same in Portuguese or in German or in Russian or Chinese for that matter. And so the context of the sentence or the paragraph loses what its meaning is. Well, this software actually understands the general context of it, and it will fix that. And then what happens, once that is done, you actually have live people, multiple people per website go through, and they look at the original writing, they look at the interpretation, they look at the translation, and they make sure that the context is done correctly, and they make any further edits along the way. And this is in all our materials. This will be on the website. It will be on on the various business sites that we can translate. Some of them we will not be able to simply because of the mechanics of the partnerships. But all your main website, all your main materials through GlobalOne will all be translated. And so what we're doing is that the site has to be live originally for this to basically go through the spidering it does throughout the website. But once that happens, we will then, it'll take probably roughly, I'm going to say about 30 days. They probably want me to give a little bit more window on that, but that's for them to get the language exactly specific and correct. But here's what happens once we get past this opening window from when we go live, is that when we make any small edits, adjustments, paragraphs, we add a section, all that the software does is it says, okay, it's added something, we need to translate that, and then it alerts the human editor, and they only have to look at that one or two sentences or that word or that paragraph. So those things get translated in hours or days and sometimes hours. So in the very beginning, to get us into these foreign languages, what I'll list down here, is that it will take us a little bit of time, but that's only because of the mechanics of translating a massive website and all the bells and whistles into the language. But once it's in the system, it will be very rapid. So if we ever come out with any new marketing materials, any new videos, anything like that, it happens very, very quickly, so you won't be behind the curve by months. You'll be behind the curve only by a few hours, hopefully. So that's going to be a nice thing to have. The languages that we are going to be going out with are Spanish, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, German, Portuguese, French, Philippines, Korean, and Arabic. And we will also take into account any other languages that we see heavy participation from. We will add those in a second and a third tier where we're starting to see big numbers where it makes sense for us. But with those first, with the first that I listed, including English, obviously, that covers roughly about 80 to 90% of the world's population that they could figure out what's being said in one of those varied languages. So we do cover a lot of ground there. But again, if we have a specific language, because right now we are starting to see some countries that we're seeing some high concentration of numbers in that I didn't read off, but we're aware of those, and those are going to be the first ones to be added, second, third, and fourth tier. So, no, we're thinking about everybody out there because this is a global business. And another thing is that this process is a big ticket item, but we're a long-term business. We're not a flash-in-the-pan network marketing company that makes a bunch of money for the leaders, and the leaders go run off with their yachts in a year. That's not any part of what we are. So that's why they don't take the time to do all these languages. They don't spend the money to do this stuff properly. We are doing it all properly. That right there and that's why we want to expand, because this is not a short-term. This is a long-term business for you to participate in. It does have, obviously, the social marketing aspect to it, but that's what makes the social marketing fun. That's what we talk about is that, when you go to that movie theater and you tell your friend about that great movie show, you don't get a discount next time you go there. When you talk about that restaurant or that purse you bought, you don't get a discount when you go. That's all social marketing is with us. We're just saying, hey, if you told somebody else about this great business that you're part of, And we want to reward you for that. Instead of us spending money on TV advertising and radios and billboards and all this other junk, we're just giving it to you. That's our advertising budget at the end of the day. So why not do it that way? It works a lot better. And because I talked about earlier on another call, this company is, from what we are today going live, it's going to evolve and adjust and change and grow and mold, and it's going to be amazing when we take a look back in a year from now and see where we started, not just in size, but what we started with and what we're doing a year from now. The amount of businesses we'll have, the amount of income, profit generating that'll go into the global profit pool that are outside the main business, that are just being sold in stores around the world, on the internet around the world. When I made the announcement of that, about taking some outside ideas from people, we're already getting all kinds of stuff in here, and we'll talk about that on another call, which is going to be actually this next Thursday, and you're going to want to be on that one. So with that, let's see here. I think we've
How about
answered
what language? Yeah, Scott, what language will customer support be, and when will that be live?
Kind of on the same timeline as the main website. We've already prepared for all the top languages with the top. What we're looking at is our top membership, our top countries, our top speaking languages. We have huge Spanish, we have huge Russian, huge Chinese, and then it starts tearing down from there. But not that they're not any less important, but we have to start somewhere, and that's especially true with customer service. Our customer service we have 6 call centers around the world working 24/7. And what will happen right now is that right now we're just expanding our customer support. We're doing we have a whole new ticketing system you'll see here in the next 24 hours. It's something that we were going to integrate when we went live, but because of the growth, we need to implement it earlier. Hey, it's just one more thing that's done and off the checklist, so that's a good thing. But then we'll have live chat. Where if you're on the website and you want to try to take care of something right there, where they maybe can walk you through, I don't know, you want to transfer some money in your e-wallet to a friend or something, you can't figure out how to do that, you can click on the online chat, and you just do a little IM messaging back and forth with them, instant messaging, and they go here, go there, and you're done. And then the next phase is the actual physical languages. But this all will happen in 30, 60, 90 days where, because you guys are in so new, you're going to see the transition. But if you join 60 days from now, most of the common languages would already be implemented, not only on the website, but also for spoken languages.
Terrific.
And I did want to actually just on that, is that companies talk about support being paramount to their business. It is with us. And you will see dramatic changes in our customer support and the expansion of languages, the speed of getting tickets and any kind of questions responded to. You will see a change in that, and it'll be a lot faster and something that you can be proud of when you move forward and there is a question, or one of your new people may have a question. They're not panicking because they're not in the system. Their question's answered in a very, very short amount of time. We take that very serious on our side.
Thanks,
right.
Scotty. What about age requirements and/or restrictions?
That's a pretty easy one. Depending on your country, there's a thing called age of majority, and typically it's 18 years old around the country. So it is that in the U.S. for us right now. And one of the things we are talking to our attorneys with, because we're such a different type of business, is that we are going to look to see if we can have a parental consent type of thing. Maybe this is not a guarantee, but I do want to mention it because this is where we're thinking that if you can get your youngster into a true business at 16 years old or what have you, and they learn true business skills, internet capabilities, salesmanship, working with other people, that's an asset you just can't buy. And a lot of kids don't want to work in the McDonald's or the Burger Kings and the things like that. I'll say it. My first job was a Kentucky Fried Chicken. That was my first job when I was 14 and a half, but you can't do that anymore. And entrepreneur stuff I did way before that, but my first show taught me how to be on time and responsibility. I was 14 and a half at KFC, long ways from there. But that's something into. If we can do that, we're definitely going to that's something we really, we talk about being about family and things of that nature, because this is such an important business to be part of, because you're going to see entrepreneurialism, you're going to see change, growth, new businesses being spawned by the membership. You're going to see so much that's just not done in traditional business, but you're part of the everyday growth. It's unlike where, let's say let's use Apple as an example, a great run business. You only get the experience buying the new iPhone or the new iPad when it comes out. With us, when we have great products and services and the humanitarian trust and all these businesses and that we have for profit that will go into the global profit pool, you're going to be seeing that and experiencing that while it happens, to marketplace and to the charity, all that stuff. That's something that's going to most people never had the experience to be part of that. And once you get that in your blood, it's an amazing thing, and it just changes for the better. It's just an awesome thing. And if we can help not only everybody on this call, but families get involved and parents working with their kids. Parents have such a hard time with their, dealing with their kids. So we're always on video games and stuff of that nature. And I don't know, a lot of the other countries we're talking about, but that's the way it is here. So, wouldn't it be great for parents to reconnect a little bit and the kids understand a little bit about earning and responsibility, but, camaraderie and, just being part of all this great stuff. So that's where we're trying to get to with the age thing. But right now it's basically 18 or whatever it is in your particular country.
Thanks, Scotty.
What we got next?
How about the businesses and services? What do we have to look forward to there, Scott?
As mentioned on our previous calls, we will be announcing this on a specific call, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that we give each new product that we're going to be available to you its proper time and definition and explanation and so forth. As we all know, we are starting with a penny auction website, but within a very short amount of time, if not even when we go live, you may even have 2 or 3 options for your business, and you can choose 1, 2, or all 3 businesses. You may want to participate in all 3. It's completely up to you at that stage. So that will be done before we go live, and very shortly. In first part of next week probably is when we'll be announcing all the other businesses again, because they need to be described in detail. But they're all in global businesses, so anyone around the world can participate in them, and they're in a wide array of worldwide industries, and they all are multi-billion or even trillion-dollar industries. So there's a lot of marketplace there for you for just the business. This doesn't take into account all the products that will be sold on shelves and the superstores and things that for the profit pool. This is your actual business that you run and you make your outside commissions on, and you're be participating in all the Spinfinity, Global Profit Pool, and Infinity. So one more week on that, and we're actually looking really forward to telling everybody about all that stuff.
Thanks, Scott. Since you hit on Spinfinity, let's lead right into the next question. How much is the Spinfinity payout?
No, that's one of the things with that is as a person actually in their question said it best. They said they asked how much should we expect to get paid in Spinfinity, and they said 50 cents every 3 days, and $100 every 3 days, $500 every 3 days. And the answer is yes to all 3 of those and everything in between. And remember that if you sponsor that person that lands on the 50 cents or the $100 or the $500, you're getting 20% of that. So the number is actually yes to all those and every number in between, because this does not, again, work like a traditional matrix. This payout system is unlike anything that's ever been done and seen before. That's why it's patented, because it's that unique in that, and it's just a brilliant concept. But also, the great thing about it is that it kind of fluctuates depending on how many people are in, what participation level we have it at. But it just always pays a solid amount from the as you move higher up in the participation levels and the Spinfinity. So that gets you a little bit. And one other thing I did want to make an announcement on is that before we go live, we will break out each individual comp plan to its specifics. So you don't need to worry about that. You will know exactly how much each thing pays out and how it all works to the T. So it'll give you a nice running head start before we go live. So that hopefully answers that one. And also, but another thing is that we also have with the Go Global Profit Pool and the Infinity, you guys are going to be blown away when you see how those things pay out with the details. It's the numbers. Nothing. This has never been done before. Where GlobalOne has all of the profit pool, has all these outside income sources, profit pool sharing with unbelievable life-changing products and services. No company's ever done anything like that before. When you have the Infinity, the way we put the Infinity together, there are some things that you'll see and hear when we get into the detail of that. It has never, ever been done before. And the ability to make money is so easy because Spinfinity is so easy to bring people in and get them started, get them comfortable, seeing some money in their account within 72 hours, and the rest we've already talked about. So what else we got on the list?
Well, speaking of details, will there be marketing materials made available?
Yes, and yes. We will have a full suite of marketing materials in the back office. We will have professional, cost-effective lead generation areas for you to participate in. It's up to you. A lot of people probably won't even need to use this stuff because the referring process is so easy with Spinfinity. But for those of you who just want to grow your business bigger and bigger and bigger and really take advantage of these tools in the background, you'll have great landing pages. You'll have great lead generation pages to the point where, a lot of these companies that, when people get involved in a direct sales network marketing company, they say, yeah, we help you with your marketing. Well, what they do is they give you a landing page. Well, that's not helping because then they say, all right, well, that's what you get from us. So everyone goes on the internet and they type in network marketing leads or how do I get leads with network marketing? All the same companies come up and guess what happens? They tell you they're going to send 31 million emails out. Well, they don't send 1 million emails out, first of all. The second thing they do is that when they have these generic websites, not your landing page, generic landing pages, and people come to them and they get hyped up because they saw a Ferrari on the cover or a pile of gold or something, and they put their email address in. They usually don't put their phone number or name, or they put a fake one in, and you get that lead. And you're supposed to call that person and close them? That ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. And you gave them $25, $50, $100, whatever you gave them. It ain't going to happen. We're not sending you down that path. As a matter of fact, we're telling you, don't go down that path. We're doing some really cool things internally that will basically give you a lead that already knows the business, understands what the business is, and basically they're only calling you either for a quick question final question they may have, or they may be calling you to say, hey, I'm joining, I just want to meet my sponsor. That's how far we're working to take things for you. A whole different level of marketing and participation. Again, because you guys have to be successful in order for this whole thing to work on a global scale. If we just throw a bunch of junk out there, it ain't going to work for anybody. So that's why it's the whole picture with us. It's not just the great marketing and Spinfinity and Infinity and Global Profit Pool and the Humanitarian Trust and all that. We're doing everything we can to make this work for you. I think that's about it for that section. So what else we got?
You've got a hearing impaired service. Scott, share with us, where's the company at as it relates to hearing impaired services?
This gets into the bigger picture again. This gets into what this company is about for the short and the long term. Is that we've had quite a few people with a hearing impaired have asked. They say, we really want to participate. No companies ever take us into account. It's almost impossible for us to operate and run a business. Is this something you guys are going to do? And we actually have it on our whiteboard. And we will be launching a hearing impaired service that will be catering to that, where we put the proper materials together, things of that nature, and also get input from that community, because it's not one we know well, but they can help us build the proper part of the website that caters to them and uses video and audio and things of that nature that they could use as sales tools and things of that nature. So now they have an opportunity to participate in a business that they can be proud of and never had an opportunity to do before. Again, just taking that one more step as a business to bring everybody in, not only from different walks of life, but from anywhere in the world. That's what this is all about. It's a much, much bigger picture. That's why we always tell you, do not compare us to a network marketing company. This is a business first, and it only works with you guys. So everything we can do to make this work for everybody else, for all of you out there, is what makes the business work. Because that's all the business is people. That's what makes it happen. I don't have a timeline on it, but it is something we're going to be doing, and that's what makes us a good company and a wonderful company to be part of, is that we are looking out for every one of these type of aspects. And that goes into another, I'm going to kind of dovetail this into something else. Believe it or not, we do want to hear what we're doing wrong. We know what we're doing right. So we will be posting a area that you can basically put suggestions, comments, things of that nature, or if you just want to yell at us, you can do that too. But you know what? We know what we're doing right. We need to hear what we're doing wrong, what we can fix, what we can do better, where we can expand, all that type of stuff. Our egos were lost a long, long time ago. We got rid of that stuff in our business careers a long time ago. We don't get hurt anymore. We want to fix the problems. So that'll be an area we're going to be launching as well in the back office in the coming weeks, is that, hey, you got a gripe or you got a problem or you got a really good idea? We'll take that too. We want to hear it. We know what we're doing right. We want to know what we're doing wrong. So that kind of went around in a circle there, but that is something I did want to get out on this call. All right, where
Scott,
do we have on our...
We've got two more questions that seem to be real important. If you have time, two more questions. All right. Project Save Lives, the Humanitarian Trust. Shed some light on that for us.
The Humanitarian Trust is a great product that we felt very passionate about, and I don't like using those buzzwords, but it's really the only way you can describe it because it's just really something special. We have just these amazing products that are life-changing, world-altering, that are just here and now available for us to use. They weren't available last year. They weren't available last month. They're available for us when we go live to really do some great things around the world. And I'll tell you what, without people really knowing just how important these products are, just getting the surface about the water purification and the fruits and vegetable life extension and product cleaning, all that kind of stuff, the amount of input of people who just say, what more can I do to help? Can I donate more each month if I want to than my round down? All those kind of things are just, it's a great, great feeling that everybody is so, it's just amazing. I'm almost at a loss for words, which is rare for me. Is that, a lot of people are asking, how can I get more involved? What can I do? Is there something I can do to help, even on a local level? A lot of church groups want to get involved and so on. And all over the world, we're getting inquiries from all over the world in places that don't have the best economies and things of that nature. And one of the things we'll have is that there will be a special section in your member website that will outline all the deals of the product, all the details of the product. It will have we'll have an entire department that will deal specifically with churches, with people who want to donate, whatever, their time, their energy, their efforts. People have maybe some other ideas, or people have connections. We had a call today with a guy who already works in a very, very high up in a water organization, and they're in 28 of the different states within Africa, and they want, they said, hey, what can we do to be proactive? We want to be part of this thing. And, that's the stuff that's starting to come our way. Church groups that want to participate. Because there's going to be a lot we can do on a global level, but there's going to be a lot can be done domestically because, remember, we have people signed up in, I think, 168 countries now. I mean, there's not many more countries left after that. So, for them, this is local. This hits home for them. So this whole Project Save Lives Humanitarian Humanitarian Trust will have a whole section again that will be for you to, it'll basically be able to participate, and we will be able to help you with that kind of stuff. There's specific needs and requirements, or if there's a group that's sending a plane over or a ship over, can they get the product? That's all stuff that the foundation will run and operate. And heck yeah, we want to work with every single person we can. And another great thing is because these products at the end of the day do not cost a lot to produce, and we will have so much coming in from donations from these sources and some of my other business sources that as much as we can purchase, we want to purchase and get out there. We can't do enough good with this. Another great thing is that even if you send too much to a place for that week or that month, it doesn't spoil or rot. So it's not like a food product that can go bad in a week or a day or what have you. This doesn't go bad. The rats aren't going to eat it because they don't like it. So the more we can get out there in more places, the better off we are. And with this global footprint we have, a membership, I think we're going to have a lot of places to get looked over. Think about that. There's a lot of places around the world that everyone concentrates on and focuses on. And there may be 5 or 10 or 15 charities in those areas or those towns. What about the ones that are smaller with 500 people or 200 people? They still need help as well. With this membership, this group we have, we can get to those people. That's going to be a really, really neat thing because we're getting people who just, had no hope at all. So that's going to be a fantastic part of this as well. But that's all going to be in the back office. And as soon as we go live, everybody can jump in on that, and we can work with every single group and every organization out there because we'll have that much product to be handing out. All right, what's our next?
Last question for you, Scotty. It's going to be, when is the official launch date?
Okay. The official launch date is, we don't have a specific date. Don't get your hopes up there. One of the things is that when we put this together, our goal was to be live in the beginning of September. Don't all him and haw out there at the same time. But what we did is we saw that we were growing and moving at a pace that is unheard of, and the excitement level and the enthusiasm is unprecedented. So we have put everybody on double time, triple time. We've expanded every department that we have, our programmers, our support, our graphic development, every single part of this business. The people who are running the Humanitarian Trust Foundation. Everybody is on super speed, super time. So we bumped that up. So we will be live in August. It will not be tomorrow, but it will be in August. So you can start planning on that. And we will always try to keep a close date for you, but we don't want to do what the other network marketing companies do. They give you this drop deadline, and then everyone's ready to go, and everyone's lined up at the gate to get going, and then they let you down, and they're a week or a month or a year, or they never happen. This is a business. It's long-term. We got months and years of business to do. So we're working hard to get it right, but no, it will happen in August. So with that, I think that is about everything that was on the list. Is that right?
100% on. Shall we go ahead and present the gold medal this evening? Great job, Scotty. Great job. Go ahead. Any closing comments, Scott, before I share with the group what's going on? Go right ahead.
I hope we answered a lot of the talking over you there. I hope we answered a lot of the questions that people were asking, and obviously this will be recorded and posted in the back office. Jim has announcements for you, but you're going to want to be on the next call.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude our call, our GlobalOne call this evening.
Closer and
we want to wish you a great Wednesday, Thursday, and certainly we look forward to having you back again Thursday evening, 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central, and of course that's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. This will conclude our call for the evening. Once again, Scotty, thank you for your time. Most importantly, thank you, folks, for joining us this evening. Good night, everyone.